I thought it was a really good win for us, obviously, and it was a conference win, so that makes it even more important. I think we started a little slow. The week off kind of made us pretty slow coming out, but after we got into it, we just started rebounding better, started passing the ball better, and we had a few too many turnovers, but luckily it didn't matter in this game.
Can you talk about your team's effort on Serena and what you were kind of trying to do and how it worked out?
Yeah, we've played Serena a lot, obviously, in the past, so we're kind of still trying to figure out how to contain her. She's always had great games against us, so we put Angela on her to begin the game and really just played the whole way through with Angela, hoping she could get the job done.
How big was it for Michaela to come out and hit those 2 big threes early on, just kind of maybe loosen things up a bit?
Yeah, that was huge. Obviously, them playing a zone is a lot harder for me to beat than them playing a man, so that was huge. She pretty much won the Glenwood game for us, so we all know she can make the threes, and that was just good for her to step up.
Your last 2 games, you beat Trainer, a really good team. You beat Shenandoah here on the home floor. Then you got Creston tomorrow. This is a big stretch coming up, so I guess what are your thoughts on how this team needs to play and maybe some things that you need to do in order to come out on the other end?
Right now we're just taking it 1 game at a time, and hopefully we can get Creston tomorrow. 2 games in a row is tough, but we're pretty well conditioned, and we have a pretty athletic team this year, so hopefully we can get the job done and then focus on those down the road.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we always depend on her leadership. You know, she really does take care of the ball for us and really supports the rest of the girls, and they all really depend on her, especially tonight. I mean, this had a lot of atmosphere tonight, a lot of pressure. It was hard to get my bench players to feel comfortable on the floor, so I did get, I think, 2 real big threes out of Michaela Taylor that really forced them to guard everybody, so which opened up Kate a little bit more.
Just talk about the importance. You mentioned it being on the road already, winning out against a ranked team, but when Grace isn't off to the best start, just how much more important was it for Kate to step up the way she did?
Well, you know, like you say, we depend on her. We can count on her. We always know we're going to get what we're going to get. It's I think the rest of those seniors and how steady they played. I thought our defense carried us tonight. Not so much offense, but defense. You know, Serena's such a great player. They had some bad luck with the injuries. You know, which I was really surprised that Logan didn't. You know, she landed on her head. I don't know how do you, but. So we know we'll have to look down the road for a tough. But tonight I'm pleased to get this, and we got to play Creston tomorrow. And you know, back to back, we did that last weekend. So that's what I'm proudest of our girls right now, to be able to turn around and play the next night again. So, well, I think it's just our defense in general all season. I like to play man when I can, and I knew we didn't match up well with Serena, so we really wanted to play help side to make sure somebody helped Angela. Angela's a very good defender, but Serena is just a handful. So, but I know Sydney too it had to be guarded. We had to guard, and Logan has to be guarded. So I didn't want them getting any free looks outside, because I know Logan can hit those threes and Sydney can hit those threes. But I think even when we were in zone, we were definitely identifying them. I think we identified them for most of the night. So no, and their defense gave us some fits too. It wasn't a real clean game, but I love the atmosphere and the fact that we were able to come in and play a good, get a win in this kind of an atmosphere.
Kind of to that point, Coach, finally you go on the road against a ranked team in a conference game. These grinded out atmospheres is usually something for a home team. How important was it to come in here as a road team and do this?
Well, for me, I don't know, does anybody else pay attention to conference games? I know I do. I really want the girls to compete for conference, and I always tell them this is a conference game, or if it isn't, but they want to know now that it's a conference game, because our goal is, we still got that thread of hope to be able to get in there. We gave one up to Lewis Central in a close game that, we believe that, things can happen. We had bad luck last year, and that can happen to anybody. So always believe and fight for that. Compete for championships, compete for every opportunity you have. So.
Anytime you come into Shan, it's a good win. It's a tough opponent, big rivals. It's usually a grind every game, so we're glad we came out on top.
You got down early. What was kind of the message to kind of keep your head above water there in terms of, and then how were you guys able to make that run later in the second?
We just all believe in each other. Coach has a good game plan. We just stick to what we do in Tiger basketball.
And usually when you knock down your first one, it's going to be a pretty good night for you. So I guess what were you feeling like tonight?
I had the hot hand. I kind of struggled a couple of games ago and got my rhythm last game, so just keep shooting, keep doing what I wanted to do. So.
And then Ryan ends up getting about 10 trips to the free throw line there in the end. I don't know why they kept fouling you, but they did. But eventually you end up with 20 points, I guess. Your thoughts on a win here tonight?
Yeah, I don't know. I was hitting my free throws. We controlled the tempo towards the end, and I thought we did a great job at maintaining our pace and got a win.
You guys are 2-1, 3-1 since the start of the new year. 2-1. So I mean, you've been playing some pretty good basketball. Got the return of Connor. So I guess, what are you guys thinking about in terms of the improvements you've made here and how expectations you might have in the second half?
I think we control the tempo better, and with Jansky back, we can rebound a lot better. So that helps a lot.
It's kind of the same thing I asked Brendan. You guys got down early, and Shenandoah was feeling pretty good, and it was in front of their home crowd, I guess. How did you guys stem the tide there?
It got pretty emotional in there for a little bit, and we just kept our heads high and kept our cool and did our thing.
Well, guys, congrats on the win, and appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think anytime you get a victory in the Hawkeye 10, you're feeling good about yourself. It's a difficult conference, and Shenandoah is a good ball club, so hats off to them. I thought, we came out and did a nice job at their house and kind of weathered their storm early. And, anytime you get a win in the Hawkeye 10, you're happy.
How was that? I mean, you get down early. I think it was 20-13 after the first quarter. And did you change anything up, or was it just a matter of just kind of staying the course?
Yeah, we talk a lot about we play Tiger basketball, and Tiger basketball is play hard, play smart, and play together. And we had to just maintain that and stay the course there. And I thought if we played hard, played together, and if we were smart at the end of the day, that we'd be in a good place. You can't control whether or not they hit shots like they did, because they did a nice job early. We just had to make sure that we took care of our business. And I thought we did a nice job of that in the second quarter, and then continuing on through the second half.
And it kind of helps, you make 8 3-pointers. Think 3 for Ryan, 3 for Brendan, and a couple for Weston. Those guys have been your shooters all year, but I guess they all played and shot well tonight.
Yeah, and I take it for granted sometimes, because they've kind of been doing that all year. And it's nice to see Brendan Birt's getting his stroke back, and Ryan Lundgren's been pretty steady, and I think Weston's going to continue to progress as a player as well. It's a lot of fun to watch these guys shoot the basketball. It's fun. I enjoyed that when I was a player, so it's fun to watch them come out and really stroke the basketball and space that defense out.
Couple of wins this week, and so you're 2-1 since the turn of the break or whatever. I guess looking ahead for you guys, you've got the return of Connor. It makes you a little bit of a different team. What does that do for you? And then I guess your thoughts on looking down the road, maybe some expectations here in 2015.
Yeah, we knew when we got Connor back, it was going to give us an added element of somebody driving to the basket, getting to the free throw line, and being able to really see the floor from that high post and be able to drive and dish and drive and finish at the lane. We didn't get to see that a whole lot tonight. He was in foul trouble, but I think as we move forward into 2015, he adds that element that we really need. We've got the shooters, we've got a good strong post player to rebound and to play good defense, but we needed somebody to finish in that paint, because we're not going to be able to live and die on the three all year long. We're going to have to be able to get to the paint, and I think he gives us that. And aside from his offense, he does a really nice job defensively, and his length causes a lot of issues for people.
You play Creston tomorrow too? Okay. Looking at this Creston team, they just lost to AL tonight. So what are your thoughts? Probably a hungry team you'll see, and it's a very tough team to match up with.
After the game tonight, we're saying enjoy for about 30 minutes here, because now we got Creston coming to town, and I believe they're probably about as good as they get in the Hawkeye 10. Them, Atlantic, those are really the class of our conference. But they're going to be coming to town hungry. They're going to be coming to town athletic and big, and they can play, So we just got to make sure we do a good job, continue to play Tiger basketball, and continue to play hard. I mean, that's all you can do. That you can control your efforts, your attitude, and how you go about your daily business.
Coach, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.